Welcome back, everybody, to Ziggy Plays the Park. I was like, what is the name of this game? Is it Dark something? Dark Park? No, it's the Park. So last episode we went on a swan ride. If you haven't watched the first episode, go back and watch that. I don't know. It was a little slow. Hopefully this next segment will be a little bit more like horror. But we'll see. Not that it needs to be horror, but it's also like, I understand psychological horror is like an interesting thing, and I actually prefer it over like standard generic pop scare horror, but it has to be done really well, otherwise it kind of falls flat. So
this old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
I remember these things, they're pretty cool. Examine report.
The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
You guys didn't give me any time to read it. Alright, witness name Creed Norma. Norma Creed. Not bad. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. Anyway, the chipmunk man was having the carving and picking... He was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal like a tiger or a lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when you first look, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey, and that thing was that thing in the ice was the hunter. When those teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments, it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing and stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. The last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making a horrible creature look more or less alive. Damn. That sounds like something from a B movie. Like, the eyeball, like, lands on the sculpture where the eye should be, and it's just like, doo-doo, and then title, like, I don't know, Ice Pick Killer. All blood, you know, drapes down over the screen, and it's all film grainy. Alright. What is that thing in the middle? It's like a chicken octopus? We're gonna ride I mean, why not ride the Octotron? So let's decrease the speed, please. I'm a wimp.
I can't get on while it's moving.
I've tried. Decrease the speed again. Why are you getting on this ride? Did we see our son on the ride? You could definitely climb on at this point. Oh, cutscene. Whoa! This is so cool. Maybe we're like, we can get a better view and maybe find our son. Nope. Right-clicking doesn't do anything. I don't fully understand my motivations here. Oh, man. Up and down. I imagine this would be pretty cool in, like, an Oculus or something. Though, it might make you sick. It's that guy from, Gravity Falls. God, what is it? Septemberween prankster? Or the Septemberween man? The no-face guy? It's pretty cool looking, though. I like them. Alright, let's see what there is to see. Oh, there he is! What a nice man. He let me off. Thank you so much. I wonder if that's supposed to be Mr. Winters? Mr. Winters? Oh, he's gone, of course. It's weird that these what's it called? There's like all these broken up segments, and that you can't just like walk on and then start the cutscene. Like they have to like load you into the vehicle and then load you out. It's a little bizarre. Did we come from that side or this side? Oh god, there's too many sides. Oh well, we can't go this way. Oh, but there's a page here. Frustrated by the fact that the plans seem incomplete, I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with a single or with enough money. But no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I tried contacting the organizations who sold these plans, and they were stonewalling me. Every contact that I made, meeting place that I had to watch, were swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I've been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless. The harvesting machines, the transport mechanisms, etc. My hair is being all funky. I don't know why. Let's get this out of the way. I probably let Nicholas name something cute for the day that we open the park. They will be rides after all. Wait, what? Gone, we can find the plans regardless. Harvesting machines, transport mechanisms. They're using harvesting machines and transport mechanisms as rides? Do they do that? Do they repurpose like farming equipment and stuff like that to make amusement park rides? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me too much, but it seems a little weird.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
I don't really... That was like some emo poetry there, but I have no idea what was... what they were talking about. Maybe I'll figure it out, I'll piece it together. Callum, I think, was the guy inside the park thing. Anyway, I thought working the park this summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of the season really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping, and most of that gossip is about Chad. Fuck Chad. I mean, Steve, see? Steve? See, even I'm starting to call him Chad, and I went to school with that guy. Oh, Chad the Chipmunk. It's that goddamn suit. In the beginning, it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush, is Chad the Chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all that. But the more he wears the suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, he was little things, like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. Damn. But I saw him at Susie's Diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained discreetly to park management about the smell, and I saw him walking and talking with Mr. Winter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. I thought it was Mr. Winters, but I guess it is Mr. Winter? Seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him puking up in a gutter outside the Sick Oil station, because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. The shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me. He just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me eye fucking me, whatever he was doing. Weird. I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there, not saying anything. Eventually, I called my superior, and he came by. Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk ever again. Spooky. So he said he smelled like a carcass, so maybe, he's actually dead inside the suit, and it's just the suit. There's a R.L. Stine's, like, Haunting Hour episode about I think it's Haunting Hour, about a mascot who, like, eats kids, and he walks around. It's like the yellow yellow thing or the yellow dude. I can't remember. It's a good episode. But like the guy, it's just like meat inside, and like they just eat kids and they have to like hang out inside. It's pretty gross and interesting. I like it. Alright, so I think we're at bumper cars here. Bumper cars, cars, cars. I don't know if I've ever been on like a bumper car ride. I think I might have, but it was like
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
80s music is the best. So let's get that straight real quick. It's probably a little dangerous to touch that, but I think I've only ridden in a bumper car like once. These cutscenes. You're clipping through your head. What the? It's very cinematic. Why am I being electroshocked? So am I crazy? Was electroshock therapy? Hey, look, a bumper car. Hello. I mean, it's the one with the lights on. We might as well jump in, right? Because our character just likes to ride. Examine accident report. Someone died at the bumper cars? Employee name: Francis Dufresne? I don't even know. Laborers working on, it's probably French and I just don't know what it is. Laborers working on the crane. Supervisor lead position Richard Stapleton. Witnesses Lawrence Creed and Michael Edgeworth. Brief description of the accident. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load of the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Describe any injuries caused. Francis was killed. Did the injured employee see doctor? Yes. Did you file an employee's portion of a workers' compensation form? Yes. Supervisor's comment: Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff was requested that Dexter provide him with the urine samples. Would have been done to prevent the accident. Double checking the straps after transit should be mandatory. And drug screening for all drivers. Have the unsafe conditions been corrected? No. Supervisor's signature. The local, whatever that is. Probably Richard Stapleton. The local laborers are very superstitious and it hasn't helped. Some of them are refusing to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the bad spirits. Alright. Oh, damn. Can't move. Oh Lord. Bumper car crash. Jeez Louise. Alright. Well, I mean, push comes to shove, we probably just would have been like launched over top of it. We probably would have been fine, but it was going pretty fast. Stairs. What? I love that, like, when you're walking upstairs, your walk cycle like doesn't fit with the stairs, and that's in every game, but it's just kind of cute. You can see it in the shadow. It's just like, eh.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother.
What?
Once, when Callum was very small,
Oh, Callum is the
I
son.
left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand.
Gotcha. So the red ball was
Don't
the
even remember what it
picture.
was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
So we've been through electroshock therapy, it seems like. That's what I'm going to assume from that electricity-based cutscene that we had there. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the birders? The problem is that they are locals and they believe a lot of the rumors about the old man Henderson used to do up here. They grew up on the tales. Every time a bolt comes loose on a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that's why I chose the site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and all the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here. It makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connection with the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plan that I'm missing. Okay, so before it was an amusement park, Old Man Henderson did some terrible things here. We don't really know what they are. That's okay. Very nice window textures. Alright. Fence looks good too. I'm into it. Well, we might as well ride the Ferris wheel because we're riding everything else. But again, if we're like supposed to be an insane mother, can't take care of her children, it's. I feel like it's highly likely that we just left. We're like leaving our child here at the amusement park. Callum.
So they are going to close this place down. Doesn't surprise me.
Inspection result unsafe. Close the park. September 22nd, 1980. Oh, okay. Inspector's comments. After touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here in the park, it is the inspector's opinion that Atlantic Island Park would be shut down until Nathaniel Winter complies with all safety regulations. While I understand that there's a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the senator, I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. The rides at first glance appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents in the park during the last few years during construction lead me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of the construction, and we should close the park to fully investigate these flaws. To wit, here's a partial list of the fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. A family of 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. That's not good. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. A child seriously injured on escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since its construction, and 1 reported drowning in a tunnel of tales. Sheer volume of incidents means this is my strongest recommendation that Atlantic Park be closed immediately. Signed, David Walseth. That's an interesting name. Alright. Slow it down, we're getting on the thing. Slow it down. Cool. Cutscene. Yes, alright. See what cool texture they have on those seats. I like it. Up and up we go. Up and away we go. Well,
People come
nice
into
view.
your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was
creepy at all.
over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale.
Felt like Hansel and Gretel.
I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well,
He died? How did he die?
According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone.
Oh.
Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Nice. Callum still loves to go to the amusement park, though. Those dead dad died there. But, you know, maybe it reminds me of or something. Well, not. Oh, hey, there he is. Supposed to be Old Man Winter? Who is that? Who is it supposed to be? It's the real question. Well, okay. It's kind of weird having like a shift activate, like an activated shift button. That is what it is. Can we climb up here? It looks like this is a ramp. Is it a ramp? Totally is a ramp. Ramped. No point to it though. It's for my own amusement. Who needs an amusement park when you have rocks, dog? That's all you need. Sky looks pretty. Alright. On we go. Oh, damn. What? One of the Ferris wheel things came off. Is this recent? Didn't even notice it. Roller coaster ticket. Oh no! Big piece of metal went tumbling down.
Where did you go?
I mean, we already know he's in the house of the candy house, where the witch is, or whatnot. The Hansel and Gretel candy house. But I think that's last because we need a flashlight first.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit.
Oh man.
My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything.
Again, we probably just left our kid
Everything.
here.
It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Yeah, you did. You abandoned him in this park. This is probably like your psyche telling you how terrible it is to abandon your child in the park. It's your mental regret. You're actually still at your car. You haven't gone back in the park. You just left your son here. So we didn't do Sideshow Alley, but I guess we're gonna do that on the way back, and then we'll do House of Horrors. So we're actually getting pretty close to the end here. So I think what we'll do is we'll call an episode here. Again, not quite half an hour. I think we're just gonna stick with like 20-ish minute episodes because they seem to be working out just fine. You're all awesome and wonderful, and I hope to see you at that next episode. We'll figure out what's going on. Alright guys, see ya.